It brings back nice menus. Why am I doing this? Why am I filming a YouTube video right now? Hi guys, really sorry there was no video up on Friday. I really do try to upload 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. If you've never noticed that kind of theme before, that's basically my upload days, or they are basically my upload days, but I'm not going to say I was really busy, because I could definitely have made the time to film, edit and upload, but I just didn't want to film a video. I got my other 2 videos filmed and I just couldn't be bothered, but I couldn't summon the enthusiasm. So if you guys have been watching my vlogs or reading my live posts, which will be linked below, you'll probably understand. But I just haven't kind of had the enthusiasm to film that 3rd video last week. So apologies, but I do like to be a little bit peppy in some of my videos. And I hate to be kind of, so I wouldn't have wanted to film if I was in a really super bad mood and I didn't have any opportunity when I was happy like this. So it's Father's Day today when I film this, so I am actually filming in advance. I'm also going to film for you what's inside my beauty cupboard, which has been much requested. And I must admit, what has been requested has been a perfume collection for the longest time. So hopefully this will kind of do in the meantime, because where I'm keeping my perfumes right now, it's not great for kind of light and stuff. So if you really want to see that video, I will kind of move them and do something different for you. But I thought maybe for now I could just show you the 5 that I absolutely love. At the end I'm also going to show you, or not show you, tell you 2 kind of honourable mentions that have been favourites in the past that I don't have with me right now. So the 5 that I do have, first of all, is the Taylor Swift Wonderstruck. I absolutely love this perfume. This is one of my all-time favourites. And it's one of those things, I'm so going to need to get some more soon, because it's like, it's running low. I love this stuff. It's so sweet and fruity, and just, it's so summery, but it reminds me so much of Christmas, because I got it maybe September time and I wore it consistently, can't talk today, all through the winter period. So I completely love this, and I get that it's a very summery scent, but to me it's quite wintry. I like her new one as well, but I don't like it as much. It's totally different fragrance. It's kind of vanilla-y, totally different. But one thing I would say is that if you do go and spritz that perfume, I didn't like it at first, but on the dry down it's a completely different scent. It smells different once it's dried. It's weird. But this is an instant hit for me. I loved it as soon as I smelled it, and I've loved it ever since. It lasts a really long time, and it's just amazing. Love it. It's one of those things that you think that you get it and it's like, oh, I like it because it's Taylor Swift, and that was initially what it was all about. I wanted to like it, and so I did. But I really do like it, and it could have been anything. It just happens to be a really cheap perfume, which is fantastic because it's amazingly cheap to repurchase. The next one is Lady Million by Paco Rabanne. I'm sure I'm not alone in loving this perfume. It's been a massively popular perfume. When I worked in Debenhams, it must have been the year that it came out, I'm sure. It must have been Christmas 2010, I want to say. When was Milo born? Yeah, Christmas 2010 to New Year 2011. That's when I worked at Debenhams, and I worked right by the fragrance counter. I used to go and spritz myself with this, and this was a really popular seller then. And I really like it. Again, I'm kind of running low on this as well. I'm maybe like half full of this as well. But really like this. Again, it's another sweet scent. I like my sweet scents. This one doesn't last as long on me, or at least I can't smell it. I know some people say that if after an hour you can't smell it, it means that it's kind of matched with your whatever, your pH, whatever, and it means that it's a really good match for your skin. I don't know. I like to be able to smell perfume on me because that's why I put it on. Yes, you want to smell nice for other people, but if you can't smell it anymore, then what's the point? So I really like this, but I do feel like I have to top it up throughout the day. Another one, I'm kind of working in like the newer ones first and then the older ones to last. Lovestruck by Vera Wang. The reason that I got this was actually for my wedding. I wanted something that sounded wedding appropriate, and Lanvin did Marry Me around the same time, but I don't like that. It was very floral and I didn't like that at all. And Lovestruck, again, was a very sweet fragrance. I have no idea what any of these notes are. I will link in the bar below if I've done any kind of reviews, and if I haven't, I'll link where you can buy them. There'll be a whole blog post on it, so you can check that out below if you want to know kind of what the notes of the perfumes are, then I'll talk about that there. But I have no idea kind of offhand what any of the notes in any of these perfumes are. But this I really like, and I'm getting completely distracted by the bottle. Obviously it's beautiful, but this is just really sweet, and it was really nice on my wedding day, and it obviously brings back nice menus. Why am I doing this? Why am I filming a YouTube video right now? It brings back nice menus. okay, brings back nice memories of nice times. I took it on honeymoon with me because it's really quite small. Once you take that off, it was quite nice travel size. I think it's a 30ml bottle. And it kind of went away because I put it in the back of my perfumes because it's quite a big bottle. And then I started using it again recently and it's amazing. I don't know why I stopped. It's really, again, a long-lasting perfume and really, really nice. And just because it is quite, on its own, it's a really basic bottle. And it's nice to kind of have in your handbag, and yeah, I really like that one. I also have Gucci 2. And I got this for my 21st birthday. Oh my goodness, it has dust on the top of it. This is how old it is. I got this for my 21st birthday. I've probably got half of it left. And I know people say that perfumes go off, but this smells exactly the same to me now as it did when I got it. And if I go and spritz it in a perfume, you know, beauty haul, it smells exactly the same as well. It smells identical. I don't think that this has gone off at all. But this is like 6 years old, so going on for 7. But Gucci 2 is a really nice one. It's very floral, really unusual for me to like it. But it feels expensive because it's Gucci. It's one of my very first expensive perfumes. The bottle alone, it just feels kind of like luxury, and it smells to me a little bit special. So I really do like that one, and again, it's one that reminds me of a different time, and it reminds me not necessarily of a better time, but it reminds me of kind of being 21 and my birthday and that time in my life. And I like that, things that kind of bring out an emotion in you, and this definitely does. It's a very emotive fragrance. Lastly is Stella, and it's the original Stella fragrance. So many people talk about this. I did once upon a time have a big bottle, but unfortunately somebody stole it. I was very angry about it. I still really like it. It still reminds me of being kind of like 18. I used to spritz it on myself, and so many of my scarves and things smelled of it. It's so strong. It's a much heavier fragrance than I'd normally choose to wear, but I so love this fragrance, and it's a really nice, again, this is a nice travel size bottle. If I was going away, this would be something that I'd wear at night time, not necessarily during the day, but I can't say that I don't love this fragrance because I do. It's something that I used to wear so often. My last 2 kind of honourable mentions are Hugo Boss Deep Red, and I thought I was going to get this again recently. I wore that. That was my scent. I wore that from being maybe like 14, 15 to being about 18, on and off, kind of with other things in between, but I always had a bottle of that. It was my absolute favourite. And I went to smell it recently because I thought, I'm going to buy a bottle of it. I haven't had one for years, and it was horrible. I really hated it, but I used to love it. So I know your tastes change, and maybe things smell differently on my skin now than they did. Maybe my kind of hormones have changed after having babies, I don't know. Some things changed in me, but I absolutely used to love it. And again, that was quite a heavy fragrance, but if you guys love that, let me know, because I don't know what it is. I want to go and smell it again now and just see if it's the same, but I had a rollerball of it. I was just obsessed. Every birthday and Christmas I asked for a bottle of that. Deep Red was it was the smell of my youth. The next smell, the one that took over from that, was Calvin Klein's Euphoria. And I love that even now. I don't like their new version, but Euphoria is going to be my next bottle of perfume that I buy. It's just amazing. I loved that. I'm realising that I've made a whole video about perfumes without mentioning anything about what they actually smell like, other than saying they smell so good. This one smells really great. This one smells sweet. I'm rubbish at this, which is partly why I've never made a perfume collection video. It would just be, this is this perfume, which is what this video has been. So apologies if you thought you were going to get some kind of professional video about things, but I don't know anything about perfume. I just know what I like, and it's these perfumes. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Like I say, I will list them in a blog post that I'll link below and give a little bit more information about notes, etc., because I'm just rubbish. But if you do want to know, you know, something about what I do like, I like kind of sandalwood, vanilla, musky kind of scents, kind of the warm, woody scents. I really like those, but then I also really like the kind of fruity, sweet scents. So kind of opposite ends of the spectrum, but I don't really like floral, not huge on oriental scents, although I do know that I like some because I think the Deep Red is a bit oriental, so is the Euphoria. So I know that you kind of can take hits from little bits and pieces. I really like the Nicki Minaj, but I'm not going to call it a favourite. The Pink Friday, I have that as well, and that's got some notes in it that I never would have thought I would like, but then it's got like vanilla and other things that I don't necessarily pick up on immediately, but they're there. One fragrance that I hate is the Jimmy Choo perfume. I know, I'm really sorry. I know that you all love it. Everybody seems to love it. Danielle at work sprays it all the time. She has the hand cream. I hate it. To me, it's like one of those clear out your sinuses smells. I really can't stand it. You know those rhubarb and custard sweets that you had as a kid that smelled a little bit like nail polish remover when you chewed them or sucked them or whatever you did with them? hate Jimmy Choo perfume. The top note of pear is just so strong for me, and I really dislike it. So totally personal thing. Maybe you hate the choices that I have, maybe I'll hate the choices that you would have, but I just thought, since it's been highly requested to do a collection, I would just do my top 5. So yeah, apologies again for no video on Friday, but I will be back to my normal 3 from now on, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!